Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is Britt with Mainstream Multimedia, and today we are going full on into product photography. Whether you're just starting out or looking to expand your client base, we're going to show you exactly how to land more projects. The first step is to pick an industry. What industry do you want to be in? If you're already an established photographer, then that question's answered for you. But if you're not, really sit down and think about it. Do you want to photograph makeup? Do you want to do skincare? Do you want to do food photography? Because that's going to determine who you're pitching to. Now, to find brands to even propose yourself to, I like to start off by going on Instagram and using the search tool to search categories in that industry. For example, if we are going to be doing a cosmetic brand, we want to photograph for cosmetic companies, I'd go on Instagram and I would search a specific term such as lipstick, mascara, whatever, anything in that industry. Obviously, a lot of people use those hashtags, so you're going to get a lot of personal accounts pop up, people taking selfies. Filter through that search page until you see an image that looks like it could be from a company trying to sell a product. When you click on that, go to their Instagram page and that'll give it away whether it's a company or an actual person. Now, if it is a company and it looks like someone you would want to work with, how the hell do you even pitch yourself to them? Do you DM? Do you email? What's the best way to reach out to them? Now, many people are going to tell you you should send an email because it's more professional. My answer to that is it completely depends on you, your business, and what level you are at. If you're someone who's just starting out in product photography, I don't really think you need to be overly professional and reach out to someone via email, because odds are you're working with companies that are also just starting out. They have really low budgets, therefore they don't have a whole marketing team. So if you send them a message through Instagram, the person that owns the company is going to be the one who reaches out to you and responds to you and talks to you. So I think it is appropriate to DM when you're working with smaller companies. Personally, what I like to do is I like to start off by emailing the company first, waiting 1 to 2 days, and if I don't hear a response, copy that email into a DM and see if that works, and that has worked multiple times for us. Now, if you are approaching bigger brands, for instance, someone who is an Ulta or Target, like a big well-known brand, they're gonna have multiple departments. Odds are when you hit the email button through Instagram, that email is going to be their customer service, which is not really who you want to contact. If that's the only option, that's okay, but I would recommend going on their website, going through to the bottom of the page and just seeing if they have like emails listed down there. Some companies have their PR or social media team listed below for those specific kind of inquiries. If not, you can always send a message to the customer service email or DM the company just asking if there is a social media person you can reach out to and talk to directly. Before we get into what to say for the proposal, it's important that you're keeping track of which companies you're talking to, how you contacted them, and whether they responded or not. I find that a handful of companies that we reach out to will tell us, oh, we don't have any campaigns at the moment. We do have some coming up in a couple months. We'll reach out when we're ready. Not everyone likes to reach back out, so it is very important to keep their information so you can send follow-up emails 1 to 2 months later to potentially get that client later on. It is also super important that you track all this information so you don't lose companies or get people confused. And in the early stages of the business, I did that a lot. I thought I was talking to one person, I'd give them some numbers, pricing, we would talk about stuff, and then I realized it's not even the person I was supposed to be talking to. So don't let yourself fall into that chaotic spiral of no organization. Organization is definitely key when it comes to prospecting new clients. Now let's get into composing your message. Whether you are DMing or emailing, you can use this concept for both circumstances. If you want the exact email that we use to get new clients, we do have that for sale on our website. I will put the link down below. It is on sale right now for only $15, and it's worked for us, so it will definitely work for you as well. But the basic structure of the email, of course, is the introduction. Who are you? What is your business? What do you do? Keep this short and sweet. This is where your mission statement is going to be super helpful. For us, our statement is Mainstream Multimedia, a creative studio specializing in scroll stopping photography for modern brands. Now, don't use that exact saying because that is our saying, but come up with something that says who you are, what is the name of your studio, and what do you provide, who do you service. Super short and sweet. This shouldn't be more than 2 sentences long. And then after that, you want to say something about the brand. You need to personalize the email. This could be whether you're complimenting them, you've said, I've used you for years, whatever, something that relates to the brand specifically, so they know that you actually looked at their stuff and you're not just batching out emails to a dozen companies. Once you do that, the next step is to say, what can you do for them? How can you help their business? I create stunning reel videos if you're someone who just expanded into reels, or I do videography, we do photography. We take stunning photography that is going to excel your click-through rate, whatever it may be. What can you do specifically to help them? What is that brand lacking that you can provide? And why should they pay the money and invest in you, essentially? And then of course, you're going to wrap that bad boy up at the end with a nice little catchy outro, which, like I said, we do sell our exact template on our website, which has so much information in there. It helps you build an email just like we do, but you can fill in the blanks with your own information, and we guide you on exactly what to say, how to close it, and how to keep them hooked and wanting more. If you're trying to get in contact with a PR team, I'd recommend starting out with this whole introductory about who you are, what you can provide, complimenting the brand, saying what you can do, and then at the end, is there someone in PR that I can speak with? Do you have a social media team that I can contact directly? Always make sure to include everything you have to offer, because you don't know who's reading it and you don't want your stuff to just get swept under the rug. So including as much detail, being as friendly as possible, and if you're not sure if you're reaching out to the right person at the end, just add that in there. And of course, a link to your portfolio is a must. How can you tell someone to hire you if they don't even know what your work looks like? So make sure you include your portfolio. Something that we like to do that I really think sells us as a company is we always make sure there's example images in that email. So we make it to where they can see the quality we provide without having to click to another link that's going to bring them to another website where they're gonna have to look through your portfolio and scroll and click. Humans like the easy way out, especially when it comes to the person sitting behind a computer desk reading emails all day. So make their job easy and put all of your information in front of their face and show your work in that email with a link to your portfolio so they can see more. And this is ultimately the best way to get clients. I've used this method since we've started this business, and it's exactly how I landed my first clients. I believe one of my very first clients was Bella & Co. and LipScript. They were the very first two people that hired me because I reached out via DM and I showed them my portfolio. If you want another video on how to create a portfolio when you haven't worked at all for any clients yet, leave that in the comments below and we can definitely do that for you, because I have some tricks up my sleeve to create a bomb portfolio with no experience and no budget. So definitely something that can be very useful for you guys. Another thing when it comes to videos is you'll hear a lot of people tell you, don't copy and paste an email. You have to write a new email for every client that you're reaching out to. No, don't listen to that. Let that go out of your head. I like to use the same email for everything. However, I know which parts I want to change. So the structure of the email doesn't change. I just highlight one sentence and change the wording to fit the brand that I'm pitching to next. If you write a new email for every single client that you reach out to, you are going to spend a lot of time typing, which is going to minimize your productivity. You want to reach out to as many people as possible because the majority of people are going to say no or not get back to you. So you can send 30 emails and only have 2 people respond, which has happened to me before. But those 2 people, that's a job and that's money. So that time spent writing 30 emails is worth it. And on that note, that concludes today's video. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did find any value in this video, please give it a giant thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let us know down below what product photography videos you want next. Do you want more technical stuff? Do you want behind the scenes on creating content, or would you like more of the business side of product photography? How to run it efficiently, what programs to use, and how to basically maximize your money. Let us know down below. Don't forget, you can purchase our email template on our website. I will have that link below as well. And you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.